Alright guys, hi! Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be kind of sharing how I got started wedding planning, where I went from like getting engaged to where I'm at now, and everything like that. Just kind of the general process of the beginning of wedding planning. So first off, I would like to say this is how my process is going. This is how my planning is going. It will be different for everyone. Everyone has their own timeline and what they feel comfortable with doing. I just have always been a planner, and I've been looking forward to this day for my entire life, and so I just feel like this is such like a me thing that I'm so involved with it, like head on, ready to go. But that might not be the case for you. You might want to hire a wedding planner and go for that, and do whatever you feel the most comfortable with. But I'm so excited, so I figured I would film this and kind of share with you how I got started. So Jake and I got engaged on June 8th, so it's been a little bit over a month and a half, and so we are full throttle into it. I had so many ideas already in my head, on my Pinterest. Like, I just knew a lot of what I wanted to do already, so that made things very easier. We are also very blessed to be, we live in a smaller town. We both come from smallish towns, and we just had such good communities growing up, so we've had family and friends that we know like work within the wedding business to help us through this process. And then I just have so many cousins and friends and coworkers that have gotten engaged, and they've just given us such helpful input already, so that's helped kind of speed things up. So the first thing I did when I got engaged was, of course, tell everyone, and we posted it on to social media like the afternoon after. So like we got engaged Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon, actually no, I think it was like 11. We made sure we called everyone and communicated with everyone we knew we wanted to before we posted it, and then we posted it that next day. And I felt like that went really well for us, just because I think there's nothing like receiving like a phone call that your friend got engaged or your cousin got engaged, and then instead of like, oh, look what's on social media, but it's different for everyone. So we kind of just went through our phone contact list and called like everyone that we wanted to, the night of and then the day after. So that was so fun. So that was our first thing, was just tell everyone, blast it out, share the incredible news, and that was the first thing. The next thing I already had was a wedding planner. So I like pretty much knew me and Jake were gonna get engaged sometime this year or the beginning of next year. I didn't think it would be as soon as it was, but it was awesome. So of course I purchased a wedding planner way before we got engaged. When I filmed that video, like Dear My Future Husband, it's when we kind of were first talking about like getting married and stuff like that. I mean, we always knew we wanted to, but it was like actually we were really talking about it. So anyways, I was like, I'm gonna order a planner, whatever. If this never happens, I'm just gonna throw it out. But so this is the one I got. It is from Erin Condren, and it looks like this, and I had our names there. So I purchased this because Alex Garza, who I watch on YouTube here, had one, and she recommended this, and then also Megan Lay on YouTube purchased this, and I just liked how it looked. So here is the planner I purchased, and what I love about this Erin Condren planner is just all the aspects it has of it. So it has all of the months. So I ripped out the extra months I had. So I have like a 24-month timeline on here, because I didn't know. And then in the back is where it has like all the information and a ton of cool stuff. So it says our I-do list, and this is kind of the first page we dove into, and it is what I highly recommend everyone does. So it has some tips here, and then on the next page it has your most important wedding must-haves. So tip number 1 was announce your engagement. 2 was get a planner. And then 3 was what I'm going to share now, and that is figure out the 3 most important things with you and your fiance that you want in your wedding. So everyone's going to be different, and this is what we decided. We both like have known this because we are very similar in our values. So our top 3 things was venue, photography, and videography. So we chose those 2 things because from gathering people, getting engaged, who've been married, they're all like, we wish we would have taken more pictures and we wish we would have gotten a video. Those are what you can keep after your wedding, so obviously that's why we just put such an emphasis on them. So we have very good videos and very good photos. And then the venue, obviously we wanted like something unique and just that felt like us. And the venue we chose was kind of the first one we saw, and right when we saw it, and like you just will get a feeling with the venue you choose, just like anything else in life, you'll just get a feeling, and we just knew like it was our place, so that's why it was number 1. The next thing in this planner is it has a timeline of everything that you should be doing. So 14 to 9 months before, and then it goes 8 to 6 months, and then all the way up to like day of wedding. And I just find this so helpful. There's also a ton of things on Pinterest, like if you have like, you can plug in like 6-month engagement timeline, and it'll literally say everything you should do like each month, and then the week of, and then the day of. So it's so helpful for me just to stay organized and just kind of look, okay, this is what I have to do this month, this is what I have to do the next month. So that has been super helpful in this planner. The next page is our wedding party. So that would probably be the 4th thing I would do, would be, so announcement, planner, what's the 3rd one? Oh, top 3 priorities, and then choose your bridal party. The reason I felt like that was a good progression from watching videos and stuff like that is then you would just have like set, like these are the people in our wedding. We don't have to worry. We asked them, we just finished asking them Sunday. So we slowly like gathered everything, like our proposal boxes and whatnot, and asked them, and that worked out really well for us to just kind of have like our core group together, because there's a lot of stuff within a bridal party that you have to do, at least for the girls. Guys, it's like, here's your suit, let's go. Girls, girls want to get their dresses, see who's doing hair, makeup, bachelorette party. There's just a ton of stuff for girls involved with the bridesmaids. So we just wanted to be set on that, and then honestly we wanted to ask everyone just to get that date out there once we booked our venue, because we have a ton of friends in the season of their life getting engaged, having babies. So we just wanted to get that date out there and booked and ready to go. The next section is the writing your vows section. I haven't dove into this yet. Obviously, I will closer up to that. We will be doing our own vows. I think we're 80% sure we're doing our own vows, because I don't know. I don't want to bawl my eyes out, but if that's what happens, that's what happened. So the one section I did not use was the guest list, and I probably will just use this as like a blank page. The reason I didn't use that is because I did download the Knot app, which is so helpful also. Another great resource I would highly recommend. There are a ton of apps similar to this. There's like Zola, Wedding Wire, a ton of apps similar to this, but it's basically like this planner in an app. But the reason I put my guest list on the app is because when you send out your save the dates and invitations, you can write like RSVP to blah blah blah, or RSVP to www.not.com/JaneLindsay, whatever my website thing is. And the reason we chose to do that is because then you don't have to put RSVP cards in the invitations, so that'll save you a little money there. And then it's nice to have everything in a computer online organized instead of like all these papers everywhere. So where are we at on steps? So we have 1, announce your engagement. 2 was get a wedding planner. 3 was your top 3 priorities. And then 4, ask your bridal party. I would say 5, this might be like up, I think you should already be talking about this when you get engaged, is your budget. So I'm gonna move budget like tied with like get a wedding planner and discuss your budget. So this is awesome for that. It has a budget checklist. So love that. And you can just put your budget, your estimate, and then your spend. So we did that pretty quickly. And then the rest of it, I could go into detail. It just has like what music you want. There's a ton. Oh, this is also a cool part, is the vendor contact list. And you can put their name, address, email, and phone. I've been kind of like taping business cards there. That's what I received from them. There's table numbers. And then one thing I've been utilizing a lot while I've been brainstorming is all the blank pages in the back of it. And then it also has an awesome folder there. So another thing I would recommend, depending on your situation, your family situation, would be to sit down with you and your fiance, your parents, and his parents, or whoever is going to be highly involved in your day. So we had a meeting with them shortly after we got engaged. I want to say maybe it was like 2 weeks or a week after we got engaged. Just one night, and I printed out an itinerary because I'm a dork, and just kind of went down like, these are what kind of just said, this is what me and Jake like know we want. This is what we have done. This is what we know we need to get done. And then we had like any questions, and then we had like my parents say like, this is what I think you should do. Jake's parents say this is what we think you should do. We talked about budget. We just like threw everything on the table, and I think that was very helpful to do right away so that everyone could be on the same page for our big day. And another thing I did was create like a text group, and I'm going to be sending out like weekly, bi-weekly, just depending on like what season we're in of the wedding planning. And I just sent out like, here's where we're at with like literally everything. So that way communication is open, everyone knows what's going on. If anyone has any strong opinions against something or for something, we have it just all open communication, and that just makes things a lot easier. So I know this video was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to share where we're at, some tips I have, and it's so much fun to talk about. So I will be making lots more wedding planning videos in the future. It is so much fun for me to do. One other thing I would like to recommend to you guys is, I don't know how I found, I think I was just watching YouTube and I searched like, I don't remember exactly what I searched, but I found this wedding planner, or she's a coordinator. I don't know what, no, she's a wedding planner. Jamie Wolfer is her name, and she is so cute, and you should check her out on YouTube if you are in the wedding planning season, or even if you're not, because she's been so helpful. She makes a ton of videos similar to this one, but much more organized, and obviously she's a professional. So I'd highly recommend checking her out if you are in this season of your life. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this video was kind of helpful. It was kind of like blah, 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 blah. This is what's going on. But anyways, congratulations if you just got engaged, if you're in the wedding planning process, and try and enjoy it as much as you can. And yeah, I will see you in my next video.